Hi there, I'm Samantha Harms, and today I am going to be talking about how a community in Kansas was able to keep a company at bay despite this company being all over the country. So the community is Tonganoxie, which is about a 30-minute drive west of Kansas City. It was incorporated as a city in the late 1870s, and the population is roughly 5,000 people as of 2016. So around this time, actually, last year, the word traveled fast when it was discovered that a mysterious project that had originally been named the Sunflower Project was revealed to be the newest Tyson plant. So this plant was originally going to be the first of its kind, fully integrated operation that would have included everything from a hatchery to a slaughter and processing. It would require about 1,600 new employees and would process about 1.2 million birds every week, which is an insanely high number. However, Tonganoxie residents were just absolutely not thrilled about this and did not want to have this new plant in their own backyard. So it was only a few weeks later that Tonga residents were actually able to put up enough of a fight that allowed or forced the city itself and the county to both rescind their offers on any bids and any bonds that they had decided to offer. And the Tyson plant also decided to put its plans on hold. This hold is only supposed to go until about 2019, and they are supposed to have that plant built by then. So it's kind of an up in the air. We're not really sure what's going to happen. So there were a lot of reasons that the residents gave for not wanting Tyson in their backyard. The website itself, these residents wrote, "We are a group of citizens that object to the Tyson slaughterhouse being built in our community for many reasons. Tyson has had multiple air and water pollution violations over a long number of years. Tyson, the plant moving to our area will decrease the value of the land for miles around. The 1,600 jobs they're adding are low-paying jobs with an average wage of $12 an hour. The Leavenworth County unemployment rate is currently 4.3%. Most of those workers will move in from out of county. With 1,600 employees just at the slaughterhouse, hatchery, and food mill, local roads and services will be overloaded with the growth. That's road expansion, additional police, additional fire, and EMT services that our taxes will have to pay for. So this means that the entire community would be affected. Potential new residents, those county residents who may not live within the actual boundaries of Tonganoxie, those simply driving through, because there is a highway that goes through the city, and any animals that live there, we can't forget about those. However, it is important to note that the environment itself will also be affected. Air and water quality, streams, runoff, rivers, and then even the food and plants themselves that are being grown in the area will be affected by this pollution. However, because we're focused on the not in my backyard mentality, I want to point out that Tyson operates facilities in 4 Kansas communities that employ about 5,000 people. That's right now. There are also 75 other Tyson facilities that operate throughout the entire country. But it's understandable why they don't want Tyson in their backyard. It has been shown that even though Tyson is one of the top meat producers, the towns where plants live are not receiving much of those profits. An example of this would be Waldron, Arkansas. The average annual per capita income in Waldron and the surrounding Scott County has stagnated in Tyson's shadow, and it's only grown just 1.4% over the last decade, which equals to be about $22,000. During that time, Tyson's annual income rose a staggering 240%. With that, the environmental effects of the meat industry has also been shown to be outrageous. Industrial scale agriculture, which is supporting America's livestock, is the #1 source of water pollution in the country. The nitrate and the phosphorus in fertilizer that leaches into our drinking water has been associated with different types of cancer, birth defects, other health problems, which could include, lung issues or heart issues. It's also caused the largest dead zone in the U.S. history in the Gulf of Mexico. So that dead zone is about 8,000 square miles, and no marine life can live there due to the toxic fertilizer pollution. So basically it's this just giant zone of trash and fertilizer where nothing can live. So this has affected me personally, even though I am currently in DC in front of their corporate office, because I am originally from Kansas and my hometown is actually in the same county as Tonganoxie. So if this plant had been put into place while I was still there, I would be one of those people who live in the county but outside of the city residents. And I also drive through Tonganoxie quite a bit, so I would be getting that like secondhand pollution, if you want to say. I've also been able to see, now that I live where Congress is, how legislation affects what's happening and these regulations, how the process of getting bills into Congress can be manipulated by lobbyists, which could include Tyson's lobbyists. I've read and watched on how these environmental issues can affect thousands of people, and I've obviously seen the reactions of the thought of those issues coming to people in their own backyards. So while the residents of Tonganoxie are not happy about the thought of a Tyson plant in their town in the sometime near future, they're absolutely fine with a Tyson plant being located just a few hours to the west of them.